Well, hello, you're probably wondering who I am. Well, my name is Gareth, and despite looking like one, I'm not a professional golfer, nor am I a golf coach. I'm actually one of the sport and performance psychologists that work for Condor Performance, an Aussie-based team of psychologists that provide mental toughness training solutions right across the English-speaking world. Well, if you're like most golfers that we've met or worked with, you'll probably know two things. First of all, that the mental side of golf is extremely important. Some would say that golf is 90% psychological. The second thing you're probably aware of is that working on the mental side in isolation of all the other areas such as technical, tactical, and physical is extremely difficult. So it's possible that what you're about to find out may well be the missing piece of the puzzle. Through a combination of our qualifications and expertise as sport and performance psychologists, as well as a decade of assisting both golfers and golf coaches to improve the mental aspects of their game or the mental aspects of those that they're coaching, we've created Metuf for Golf, which essentially is a step-by-step guide on how to improve the mental side of golf. Take a look at what you can get for less than the cost of a brand new golf club. Okay, so the first mental method that we cover during Metuf for Golf is one that we call controlling it. And controlling it is really the foundation mindset for building mental toughness. It's very likely that as a golfer or a golf coach, you spend a pretty large amount of time worrying or at least thinking about aspects of your game that you have little or no control over. And controlling it is really designed to fix that. We now know from the sports science that the mentally toughest golfers, athletes, and performers in general are extremely good at knowing which aspects of their performance can be controlled or guaranteed, and therefore they act as a go-to place during times where there's a lot of pressure or there's a lot of emotions flying around. We are in a position to be able to teach you exactly what those areas are. You can then learn them, and you can then join the mentally toughest golfers in the world at being able to go to those places when things get difficult, as well as just in order to improve the overall consistency of your golf. So next up we have simplifying it, and simplifying it pretty much does exactly what it sounds like it's going to do, and that it provides you with a strategy to ensure that regardless of how much new information you learn about the game of golf and how to improve it, that doesn't lead to it becoming overcomplicated in your mind. And it does that by using the principles of something called Miller's Law. And Miller's Law, for those of you who have not come across it, is a fairly simple concept which suggests that human beings don't like to break things down into more than about half a dozen categories. If you break it down into a lot more than that, then it's potentially going to become overcomplicated in your mind. And when something's overcomplicated in your mind and it's put under pressure or under stress, then it can all feel a little bit much. So Miller's Law will be used by David to suggest a way in which you can break down every single element of your golf in a way which ensures that it doesn't become too complicated and therefore counterproductive in terms of you trying to improve elements of your game. Okay, so the third mental method that we will present as part of Metuf for Golf is one that we call repeating it. And repeating it is all about short performance routines. And you may well have come across the notion of a pre-shot routine. In fact, it's quite possible that you either have your very own pre-shot routine at the moment, or you teach pre-shot routines as part of your golf coaching. But the question we would have is that the only one? And is that pre-shot routine the very best that it possibly can be? So repeating it will actually take you through the 4 different routines that we have that make up a round of golf, and this would apply to both stroke play as well as match play.
whereby the pre-shot routine is simply the first of 4 short performance routines, the second being the shot itself, the third being an after-shot habit, and the fourth being a switch-off period. One thing that is unavoidable is the fact that most rounds of golf last for 4 hours, and human attention span simply can't concentrate at full capacity for 4 hours without a break. So the switch-off period is designed to fix that and to ensure that you're only concentrating when it's useful for you to be concentrating, and you're mentally resting for a significant remainder of the time. Repeating it from our perspective, from a golfing point of view, is an absolute breakthrough mental method, and has the potential to completely take your game to a brand new level. Last but not least, Dave will wrap everything up with wanting it. And wanting it, as the name suggests, is really about goal setting, goal getting, and enjoyment. And what we really mean by that is that there's not a lot of point in you being introduced to these fantastic new mental methods if you then don't take those new ideas away and incorporate them into a strategy that's designed to help you play better and more consistent golf, whilst at the same time ensuring that you hold on to the enjoyment and the desire that you have for the game. Dave will show you step by step exactly how we do this with our clients so that you can then go and do it for yourself.